guess who has returned? Hi there, lovely individuals. Papo Coin Channel. We are going to discuss XRP. We will discuss the cryptocurrency market. 8 hours ago, all of the best and most recent SBFs were tweeted here. Actually, it's not a Sambin graphic. Someone is utilizing his account, and Benjamin claims that we're back. Will XRP and the rest of the cryptocurrency market be able to see some movement? That is the question. XRP is now trading at $2.87, but we'll discuss price action in greater detail tonight. Here, I want to discuss some noteworthy developments for XRP and the cryptocurrency industry. All I ask is that you smile at me so that I can radiate positive energy. Like a button, Smith Shitty smashes that. Let's attempt to get this video to receive 5,000 likes. I'm not sure. I'm going to be quite hopeful and try to see if we can succeed. In the first half of 2026, Morgan Stanley will offer Bitcoin and cryptocurrency trading for $1.3 trillion. Indeed, as 2026 draws near, we are witnessing an increasing number of businesses and large traditional financial institutions enter the cryptocurrency industry and provide Bitcoin and cryptocurrency trading. We'll examine what additional cryptocurrency options are available. We'll see Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and possibly the top dogs. Will there be another site? It will be fascinating. The Aster we discussed yesterday is still pumping, by the way. It will be interesting to see how high it can go and whether there will be a significant crash followed by a parabolic surge. Thus, we must use caution. As usual, I have no idea what will occur on a daily basis. Furthermore, I will never advise you to buy, sell, or hold. Not financial advice, of course. Always conduct independent research before making an investment decision. Please note that I only use YouTube for social media. I just use YouTube. I don't use Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or Telegram. You can locate me there. They are con artists if you see me elsewhere. Please exercise caution. Furthermore, I will never direct message you to ask you to join any fraudulent trading scheme or simply send me money or other strange requests. I'm not like that. All right? Be extremely cautious when you're out there. Very, very significant. Tom Lee just answered yesterday's remarks made by the Fed chairman. I mentioned that Fed Chair Powell's remarks at a conference today caused some investors to become agitated. Powell: if you look at some pricing, I believe they are higher than they have ever been. No specific price level for any given financial asset is our goal. We don't believe we know how much a certain financial asset should cost. We examine the state of the economy as a whole and consider if our policies have an impact on it. Equity prices, for instance, are regarded fairly highly. When was the last time the Fed said stocks are attractively priced? Tom asks. Correct. Unless there is a significant crash and the market reacts to it yesterday, they will always be, stating that the markets are high. Once more, it is up to you to decide how you feel about those comments. Well, the problem is that it's typically around the peak when money is coming in and people are feeling secure. However, there are times when folks are a little worried and say, oh, I don't know, maybe not. Correct. If we are at the top right now, it would surprise me greatly if you look at Twitter, the videos, the people, and the price action. This means that if we don't have a breakout here in the upcoming months, that's not the behavior we typically see when we have breakouts. On social media, people are blowing champagne bottles on top of Lamborghinis during breakouts, which cause parabolic movements and a wild town. However, it isn't actually happening. Correct? Therefore, if this is near the top and we never have that breakout, I would be really surprised. Who knows again? There is no way to know what might occur. Alright, so it's crucial to keep in mind. The US M2 money supply reached a new all-time high of $22.2 trillion, which makes this fascinating. Correct? You can see how. Isn't it gone parabolic? And we've been discussing this a lot lately, back in 1988. By 2025, we will have grown from $4 trillion to $22 trillion. The global M2 just went vertical, as did the M2 in general. Additionally, as you recall, we discussed for months how the price of Bitcoin was imitating the price of the M2. That gave many investors the assurance that, as the year came to a close, the cryptocurrency markets would likewise enjoy an upward trend. It's fascinating that Bitcoin itself is somewhat disconnected, but I'm having trouble showing it at the moment because I'm experiencing internet problems once more. Well, however, the market as a whole did rise, as did Ethereum, for instance. Although Bitcoin depreciated, the entire cryptocurrency market saw an increase. The question now is, what is consuming so much liquidity? In other news, Bitcoin's fair price is $250,000, while global M2 recently gone completely vertical. Therefore, Bitcoin should have been once more, potentially around $250,000 right now, if it had kept up the mimicking and the tracking. Oh, I see. No internet. Well, however, that could unexpectedly catch up once more. What is all of this money being used for? Will it turn to gold? Will it turn to silver? Will it enter the stock market? Well, for what purpose is Bitcoin being suppressed? Well, could it be a retaliation against Trump and the White House for their extreme optimism about the cryptocurrency market and Bitcoin? Perhaps this is now impacting the entire market, including XRP. That although there is a lot of manipulation going on, the market is being repressed by some powerful people. There are many antics that occur in the background. Are they now doing any action to suppress the prices? To perhaps harm Trump's reputation? I'm not sure. Perhaps there is some truth to that, but this is just me speculating a little bit about conspiracy ideas. As October approaches, it will be fascinating to observe. The cryptocurrency market has historically had a very positive month. Is there a catch-up in sight? Since the cryptocurrency market historically peaked 500 days following the halving, as we discussed hypothetically, that puts us in October or November. Thus, keep in mind that significant movements in the cryptocurrency market can occur quickly. Has the potential to be dull, dull, dull. After that, it finds its rhythm, and you see significant improvements within a week or a week and a half. The issue is that most investors avoid the market during such huge gains because they grow weary of the ups and downs and the lulls. Thus, they simply check out. I appreciate you watching. Next time, I hope to see you. Let's make a lot of money, as I usually say.